But if you want to say, can we be a decent society with the rule of law and not want we invade and make war all over the world? That's a hard question. In fact, if you look at the so-called academic experts right around the think tank people, right around the government, O'Hanlon from Brookings, he is running around on television saying, you know, Obama, he isn't listening to McChrystal. American lives are being lost right now because he's not listening to McChrystal. You might think that the right-wingers, the birthers, that they're nuts. I think that guy is accusing the President of the United States of being a spineless traitor who doesn't suck up to the military. And I will say that with regard to his status at the Brookings Institution, which is a reactionary institution, but it used to be thought of as a liberal thing compared to the American Enterprise Institute, one should look very hard at this because it's pretty bad stuff. Another think tank expert, Leslie Gelb, who was the head of the Council on Foreign Relations, recently wrote an article apologizing for his role in the Second Iraq War. He said, I believed lies and I went for it. Why did I do this? I did this because all us experts can get on television if we bay for war. If we are warmongers, we can get on television. So you have the media, and you have the think tankers, and the, quote, academic experts, the Conleys of this world, and so on, in the policy apparatus who will bay for war. Big push. A lot of anti-Arab racism here. A lot of anti-Muslim racism here. Obama is actually saying, wait a minute, maybe I should think about it. Biden has been speaking for Obama, and even Biden suggests something corrupt, which is they like to fire off these drone missiles. The CIA does, they got this new toy. And they can murder people in Pakistan, and some of them may even be Al-Qaeda. Of course, the view, they do speak English there, but a few years ago the CIA couldn't tell that India was going to blow off a nuclear weapon on Buddha's birthday. The Hindu Nationalist Party blew off a nuclear weapon on Buddha's birthday to show that they're really into spiritual stuff. CIA couldn't figure it out. The language of the government is English. So you might think about when they tell you that they're killing Al-Qaeda people, how many Al-Qaeda people they're killing. We know they kill a lot of people, including a lot of civilians. I'll just say, if somebody sent off a missile at a family party I had for my daughter, some of them were getting married, I had one this summer, and they killed, I don't know, 5 or 10 people, including my daughter. I probably would not be their friend. I'm nonviolent, but I probably would want to harm them. I probably be pretty dedicated to harm. And they deserve to be harmed. Now, I know if your name is the United States of America, you have imperial privilege, and it's okay to go harm people. It's not okay. And if you think about the families in Pakistan as if they were your family, you will get that the CIA toy, which Barack Obama, who's a great guy, has used, and Joe Biden wants to use more. We've got to concentrate on Pakistan, he says. This is not going to produce a good result either, but compared to where we were, if they de-escalate in Afghanistan and they just murder civilians in Pakistan, if you're, you shouldn't set impossible goals, I think they say. You should take what's politically possible. For the United States, the American empire, this is a pragmatic kind of thing to do. Now, I'd like to push it a little further. But, and by the way, if we don't push it a little further, between global warming and the weapons we use, poisoning the Middle East with depleted uranium, our soldiers who've come back, and people there, we're not going to have a long human future here. So it'd be worth thinking about and taking in. So the democratic peace hypothesis. Political science claims to be something which is called value-free. This is a rather silly idea, whose motivation, which is not entirely silly, is you don't want to repeat your own biases when you do research. You should make an effort, for example, if you be an American, not to just say, my government, good government, my enemies, the enemies, they do bad things. When we do the same things, they're not bad. You know, like the ordinary thing. You know, there were a lot of Democrats who didn't like torture under Bush. They didn't like torture because torture is eminently dislikable. I believe Rahm Emanuel didn't like torture. But the fact is that this court ruling just occurred with the Democrats being in power, and Barack Obama is referring to state secrets to protect the illegal spying of the Bush administration, and the Democrats don't squawk about torture with Barack as the leader. Now, Barack has done a lot to end torture, and he's better than the Democrats on shutting down Guantanamo, but he hasn't gone as far as he might. And there was just this disgusting decision, and I didn't hear Barack Obama say, the United States of America tortured an innocent man, and it must be the case. I am a lawyer, a constitutional lawyer, that in a court of law, somebody could bring a case on Meher Arar's behalf. They could do it in Canada, which is not a paradise, but compared to this place is like, I'm not sure that Canada isn't as much better in America as Obama is, the Obama era is compared to the Bush era. Canada is a civilized place. They have health care there. They don't murder 45,000 people a year in a Harvard study by denying them medical coverage. You know, a woman has breast cancer, and the insurance company denies her treatment, paying for her treatment, until the cancer spreads, and then she dies. Now, that's not thought to be murder here, but I think it's murder. I think I could make a pretty good legal case that it's murder. 45,000. That's a lot of dead people. Maybe by 2013 we'll have a medical policy to deal with this a little bit. Anyway, here's Obama, who's trying not to just expand war. And I want to take value freedom in this context. Yes, we wish to be unbiased, but no, we want to have a country which does not aggress against and make wars against a lot of other countries. And we also want a country that doesn't torture and has the rule of law. We want to have at least the values that the English had when they instituted habeas corpus, where you get a day in court and you don't get tortured. Not much values, but if I were to just say, you know, imagine a good society for human beings, imagine a society where the government can't pick you up and torture you, and put you away and hide you for years and kill you. You murdered 100 people in American custody. Does that mean I have 10 minutes to go, or you're kidding? Okay. Oh dear, I'm going to have to cut to the chase. Value freedom refers to doing unbiased research, but it does not refer to how you think about the results of research. And it does not refer to the goals of doing research. The democratic peace hypothesis is the view on the face of it that democracies pursue peaceful activities toward one another. It sounds like it means, when you hear it, democracies aren't belligerent toward one another. A democracy will not make war on and overthrow another democracy. That seems plain, right? It means it in a moral sense. You read Bruce Russett, he's a big advocate of this. He plainly means it in a moral sense. He doesn't realize he's not being quite as value-free as he's supposed to be. But, you know, consistency is not the main point. At least he's decent. He wants to have peace.